Hi everyone, how are you all doing? Hope you had a good week last week and hope you are having a good weekend. It's Sunday here in Goa. I had a very busy week and a bit of a social one as well. And I just thought I'd make some time now before we go into the next week to talk to you as part of my channel Break Free and Live Your Best. So this week's topic that I want to share with you all is being true to oneself. Being true to yourself, your objective, your dreams, whatever you want to do in life. Now, when this was, said to me, or when I read it through books, it looks more easier than actually what it is. And this is what I want to talk about as per my experience, and hopefully this might help you in case you face the same challenges that I do. So your objective or dreams could be up to you, obviously, right? So it could be either to make a lot of money, be wealthy, part of that do philanthropy. It could be involving in activism towards the climate, improving things, farming, environment, right? Or caring for the aged, orphanage, whatever that you feel is life purpose, right? So for me, it took a bit of a time to figure out my life's purpose, and that itself was challenging in its own way, as doubts crept in. Is this sure what I want to do, right? And a lot of other stuff. Now, saying that, once that is done, you think it's easier, right? Okay, now you know your purpose, and this is what you're supposed to do. But another challenge came up, and I think this might is a strong chance it might happen to you as well. So let me put into perspective. So sometime back I shared as part of my success videos. Of course, it was a quote from other famous people saying that you are a sum. You are actually an average of people around you. So if they are very successful, you are very successful. If they are not successful, so are you. And it could be your best friends, family, or whatever. So in that perspective, when I was going or trying hard towards my objective, what I found was that there are people who loved me a lot. And particularly, I'm talking about family members here, even close friends, right? Who obviously, and I don't blame them, they didn't share the same dreams or the same life objectives I had. So, in a way, they couldn't understand or couldn't relate to what I wanted to do. They couldn't relate to why I'm doing things which could be difficult, and I could take the easy way out, right? And it could be that they had their own life purpose, or maybe not, right? Depends on each one of them. But bottom line, they cannot relate. So when they can't relate, they, in a way, uh, you don't get the support from them, and sometimes we get a lot of resistance, and this resistance is dangerous for one's life objectives. So how do you sort it, right? So there are people who love you. Something happens to you, they'll be the first one in the hospital to take care of you, and I honestly believe they have the best intentions for you. But unfortunately, in a scheme of things, their best intentions, what they think their best intentions, are not actually the best intentions for you, because it's been framed by their background, their outlook on life, lack of outlook also. So what do you do about it? So first thing, don't do what I did years back. At that time, one of my objectives was to pursue wealth. So when that I heard it saying, change your circle, I literally took it literally. So I actually started spending majority of my time with successful people, which was good. But a mistake was I was ignoring the people who I said loved me, my family, not completely, but giving them very minimum time, which was not the right thing to do, right? because after all, they are our family, they are close friends, right? So, my what I've learned now is give them the time that that is due to them with respect. So, their birthdays, public events, right, which they want you to be part of, and social events, be part of that. There's nothing wrong, but keep your feet on the ground and your head clear what your objectives are. There's no need to get into arguments. It's okay if they don't understand, and it's okay if if they oppose you or resist you, which I felt a lot of myself. The danger is if you start to shift your objectives, which I almost did, listening to people who I believe they had good intent, but actually they were detrimental to my objectives. So what did I do? I had no easy answers. It took me a long time because I was sort of in conflict between them objectives, and at times I felt, are the objective really worth it, right? And people who I'm closest to do not believe in it, right? But then I remembered all the readings which I have done, the inspirational talks that have been given to me by various people. They're saying this is part of life, okay? Your people will be there to dissuade you and discourage you. Again, they're not bad people, just that they can't relate to what you're doing. In fact, there could be jealous people as well, that is there. But my particular point here, I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about people who I believe genuinely care for me, but unfortunately they don't share the same vision or same objectives or same dreams. So what I did, so it was required a lot of mental toughness, a lot of resilience, perseverance to keep on and do what I was doing. Continue with my morning routine. Continue to be associated with the people that you are helping in objectives, whether environmentalists, whether people are making money, to people trying to help other people or motivating other people, inspiring other people. Continue to do that. In fact, do a lot of it. It's time management here. At the same time, give that time also back to the people who care about you, and who love you. Right. There are times where sometimes, I mean, it's obvious, like the power of association, which will be basically where you're staying, and that could be your family members, right, who might not share the same rituals like you, the reading, the meditation, the exercise, the workout, right? And sometimes it gets to you because, as I say, you're some average of the people around you. So that is actually very tough, and that is requires a lot of mental strength, and that is requires a lot of connection to people who have been doing that. And the main thing is for I realize, for me to be clear what I want to do. Why am I sharing this with you particularly today? Yesterday I said that I was busy, right, and had some social things as well. Now the social thing which I was actually went to were actually uh, uh, a, memorial mass for my aunt who passed away about 3 years back, and it was my neighbor who just stays in the house next to me. She passed away at 93, right? And Of course, I mean, funerals tend to maybe be a wake up call, or tend to remind one, particularly me, of how short life is, and also learn lessons on how people live their lives, lived well or not will live well. Of course, that's up to one's own perspective. But ultimately, I realized no matter what I do, right, okay, under current circumstances, all of us, including myself, will be gone in a few years. What would matter? Whether they criticize you, they stop you, right? What would matter is that to me or the particular person, whether we have achieved the objectives that we wanted to achieve, the dreams that we wanted to have, the change that we wanted to make, right? And that I realize matters to me, right? Finally, I'm accountable for what I deliver, and I cannot point a finger at saying, oh, he or she tried to stop me, they discouraged me, they didn't push me enough. No, the only one who can push myself is me, right? At the end of time, right, whatever I do, okay, will have or don't do, also will have an impact on the next generation or the future, right? Remembered or not remembered, that's a different matter. And the point is, if I really believe that I have to do it, then I have to do it, all right? And I have to manage it. Now, how you manage it, it's a smile on your face toward people who don't believe you, shrug it off, don't take it too seriously, forgive them, give them their due, right? And then go back to do what you have to do. Read a lot of motivational books, inspirational books, people who have been in similar circumstances, which I am doing, right? People who have, people who have, made it really big. I one book, as I recollect, I used to read it during my network marketing days, was Parable of the Pipeline, right? By Burke Hedges, I think, the author. It's a very small book, and it's a simple story about somebody trying to build a pipeline, and all his family, friends are mocking him and joking about him, and they're trying to put him down. And they all include well-meaning people, right? But finally, he pursued what he wanted to do, and then he was living the life of his dreams, right? His dream was wealth and so passive income. But the point I'm trying to do is, it relates also to other things, what I want to do, right? When I speak up, right, when I attend marches by activists, when I have the courage to to criticize something or offer a solution, right, or try to make a change, there will be always resistance from quarters which you never expect. Why? Because either they don't have the courage to do it, or they feel it's a waste of time, or whatever reason that they think the best, right? The point is, it does not matter. It matters to you, what I want to do, right? So this is just about a 12 to 15-minute video, but this is something which bothered me for a long time. I took some calls in life where I wanted to make a difference, I wanted to make a change. Unfortunately, this kind of resistance got to me and almost put me off track, right? But then I remembered why I've started in the first place. I remembered everybody's time is limited, and I have to do what I have to do, right? There was a video I saw, it's around on the internet, on Facebook actually, and it was basically saying, in a couple of years, 50 years or maybe 60 or 70, 80, whatever, we won't be here, right? The bodies will be decomposed, the properties might be lost, somebody else must be taken over it. We might just be a memory for some time, and afterwards totally forgotten. So what is the point of being so serious about and worrying about so much of what people think? Yes, if it's valid and it's right, and it fits into your objectives and something to caution you, of course, no, you should listen to it. But if not, don't worry too much about it, right? So is there something that you face similar in something that you want to do? Is there something that you have stopped because of this kind of resistance? Is there something you have done to overcome that you like to share? Please do. I'm all ears, and if you do post or comment on this channel, I'm sure there'll be other people also you can help. So I look forward if there's any feedback, any comments from you all, right? Please do like this video. Please share it if you found it useful. I hope this title made sense to you, right? And if there's anything else you need from me, please do not hesitate to reach out. All the best to you, and have a great week. Thank you.